Hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Today, I don't know what to do with my time, so I'm going to be doing this. Historic Horizons super delayed from the 10th to the 24th. That leaves me kind of in a weird spot. I've tried Modern out. It wasn't very fun. It was actually incredibly frustrating. Don't want to talk about it. Instead, I guess what I'm going to do is just play some Burn because I want to play Burn and I'm going to do it anyways. This is the Burn deck that I played quite some time ago and I had some fun with it. I actually haven't made any changes to it because I don't really know what's going on in Historic. So I thought, you know what? Let's play a handful of games, get used to historic, and maybe make some adjustments to the deck and make another video after this one. So this is just going to be like my toes dipping back into the format kind of video. I'm also playing Burn because when Historic Horizons does eventually come out, there are 3 or 4 interesting cards that I think might find a place into some variants of this deck. First, we're getting Dragon's Rage Channeler. Pretty cool little card that's going to get bigger if we get Delirium going. We also have Harmonic Prodigy, a 2 CMC prowess creature. Always want more of those, and it has some pretty cool synergy with wizards, I believe. Then there's also Seasoned Pyromancer. I'm not sure Seasoned Pyromancer is going to fit into this deck, but it could. Never know. It's a card to keep an eye on at least. And then in the sideboard, Unholy Heat is probably going to be a pretty cool card to consider. So for now, jump into some games, try it out, and hopefully Gruul Burn still feels as good as it did when I played this deck the last time. So see you over there. All right, playing some best of 3, Gruul Burn in Historic. It's been some time. I'm actually still plat. I think there are only 9 days left in the season. I'm certainly not going to make Mythic because I am not dedicated to Historic or MTGA right now, but I do want to put out a couple of videos. I threw around the idea of maybe taking a week off, but then I realized that Historic Horizons wasn't coming out until the 24th, so it would be like 2 weeks off, and I don't want to not have videos being uploaded onto the channel for that amount of time. So here we are, and you know what? I'm just going to play what I want to play. That's the approach I'm taking to this video. So the opponent ever so kindly inquisitions my hand, takes my turn 1 E2 level runner. Not a big deal. What can you do? It would be nice to have that on the field though, because it is a repetitive source of damage and we always want those when we can. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to be putting this out on the green side because now with 2 Atarka's commands, I'm definitely going to want to fire these off at some point during the game. It might be sooner than later. You know what? Let's do it. So we'll put a land onto the battlefield from our hand and try to deal 3 damage to the opponent's face. They do have blue mana up, so it's possible they don't let us do this. Also, this could be quite bad if they decide to use the Field of Ruin on the pathway, because I don't think I have a green basic in the deck. No, you know what? I think there is one basic forest in the deck. Yeah. Possibly should have done that last turn so I could have activated the Skewer the Critics, but yeah. I didn't. Let's throw a shock at the opponent, and then they decide to Mystical Dispute the shock. Okay. That's surprising. No. Do I want to Tarkas again? Just hold it. Pass it back. Really don't want to fire off all my Atarkas until I have a creature on the board that can benefit from the thing. Otherwise, it's just a 2 CMC bolt, and that's not great. Okay. May as well. This might end up coming down to a Gigantha game. However, I feel like as soon as I put Gigantha into my hand, the opponent's going to have a Thoughtseize for it or a way of countering it. We'll see. Well, there's the 1-drop. Kind of wish I had a few turns ago. Gonna just put it out and leave it there. If I need to pump it up, they try to do 2 damage to it, I can always shock in response. Fatal Push. It's irrelevant then. Okay. With the amount of removal that they're probably sitting on, I'm not really sure that I even want to find any more one drops. That's actually really good. Oh, please. Please resolve. Clothis will be absolutely massive. Shark Typhoon. Okay. Clothis doesn't care about that. Awesome. Now I could shock it, but honestly, this 2 damage, if this Clothis is able to stay on the field, is going to be mostly irrelevant because we're going to be gaining 2 life per turn, and they're not going to be sticking around for very long. They might have a bounce, though, for Clothis. Sure. Boom. You know, I'm going to fire off the skewer. Boom. You know what? Let's just go for it. We got 6 damage here, kind of. Okay. So, Gruul Burn still kind of works. It's awesome. I don't know what the opponent's exactly up to. They must just be like on a Dimir hard control Shark Typhoon for the win kind of deck, which is annoying. But that means Cinder Vines are definitely going to be coming in. And do I want the Roiling Vortex? Maybe 2. I don't particularly like the Soulscar Mage in this matchup, simply because it dies to a lot of their removal and doesn't have haste. At least the Gitu Lava Runner can maybe get a few points of damage in if I put it out with a couple of spells in the graveyard. I think I'm going to also dunk a couple of Dreadhorde Arcanists. Same reason, I think they're not great. However, if I'm getting rid of so many creatures, then these Invigorated Rampages become kind of awful. So now I'm kind of thinking maybe it's something like this. Then again, yeah, Gitu Lava, or sorry, Dreadhorde Arcanist with the Atarkus command is still good enough to justify. Okay, let's try that. Oh, feels weird. Historic feels weird. It has been probably at least six weeks since I played Historic. I was playing 2022 for quite a while. It didn't feel great. I said that in my last video, I believe the video that came out with the landfall strategies going on there, which was super frustrating, but yeah, whatever. I definitely meant to put that out untapped and put out the Lava Runner, but you know, small brain. Now I'm in a weird spot. Do I want to try to jam one of these enchantments, or yeah, I think it's one of the enchantments. Which one is... I would prefer them to counter the Roiling Vortex, I think. I think the Cinder Vines is going to be more valuable overall. It's really good for getting rid of a Resolve Shark Typhoon if it comes down to that on turn 6 or 7. So, yeah, they can negate the Roiling Vortex. Don't care. It's fine. Ooh, they shock that in, meaning they maybe have... What are the 3 CMC counter spells? I don't know. I really want the Cinder Vines to be on the field. You know what? I think... Yeah, I have to give it up. I don't think this is going to resolve, but I think this Lava Runner is going to be way more valuable to me because of the Wizard's Lightnings. And because of that, I don't necessarily want to put out the Lava Runner just yet. Getting the reduction of the Wizard's Lightnings, I think, is going to be really important for at least one turn. If they have a Fatal Push for this, then at least we can get off one Wizard's Lightning and relapse. Okay. Okay, let's try. They're down to 3 cards. So they might be running out of steam soon. Be really cool if we got a land and the Gitu here. We don't. Okay. So now this Gitu Lava Runner really needs to resolve next turn. Just so I can get this down. Well, even if it doesn't, I'm going to shock in the Stomping Grounds. Okay. Interesting. What do they have? Is this going to be a Shark Typhoon for 3? If it is, I think Wizzy's Lightning is going to hit it. That's what it is. I know it's definitely a Shark Typhoon. Easy. Bang. I think it's still worth it to light up this stage. Rolling Vortex would be really awesome to resolve, just because we might not be able to get damage in consistently for the rest of the game. Okay. Now, if they have another shark here, that sucks. But if they waste all their mana to put out a 4/4 shark, I'm definitely putting out the Roiling Vortex and hitting them with the Wizard's Lightning. Put a real clock on them. It's fine. Okay. So, 6-turn clock, assuming they don't have some kind of bounce spell. Sometimes these Dimir lists have some kind of bounce, but 6-turn clock, worst case scenario. That's not great, but you know what? I'm not super scared of that. This Lava Runner can sit back as a blocker. Then again, their clock is going to be pretty good. And we're going to be dealing damage to ourselves, so... Ooh. Okay. Come on. That's huge. No point in attacking. This, it's all in this Roiling Vortex now. I don't think this gains them life. It just deals us damage, or makes us lose life. Okay. We're in a spot, though. This Lava Runner needs to survive and needs to be able to chump block something. Maybe I should have put the Giganta in my hand, but I think it's more important to leave up the possibility that I can blank their life gain. I don't think there are black cards that gain them life, but I don't know. Of course, they win if they have a removal spell for the Lava Runner. Simple as that. Kind of fun, though. It's coming down to one card. Or one turn, rather. They're cycling, so they know they have to hit removal. They have 2 open mana. Cycle for 0. Don't tease me, opponent. Oh my god, we get a block. Okay, take 9, down to 3. They could still have a bounce spell. In which case, we lose. Unless this is a burn spell. This goes off before the Scarab God, because they are the active player now. So our things go, or their things go on the stack first. Okay. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, it worked out. Oh, I really didn't think that was going to go well. Next one. All right. Match 2. Get to play first. That's exactly what we want. Opening hand looks okay. Cool. Oh man, that last game was actually kind of fun, which you know, I wasn't angry with Historic. I just stopped playing it because I knew Historic Horizons was coming up and I didn't really want to put much more effort into that format simply because I knew new things were going to be coming soon. Yeah, I'm going to do this while I can. It's maybe a little bit weak, but it gives me a lot of extra damage in. And we can cast these for 3 if we want. But yeah, that's why I was kind of delaying. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to go full. So they got to deal with the Lava Runner, the Lava Mancer, and whatever the top of our deck has. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. I stopped playing because of the new set coming out. I didn't want to put more effort into it. But now that it's delayed, I guess it's worth it to dip back in for a couple of weeks, kind of look at how things are. Well, we just crushed them, so I don't know what are they playing. They're probably playing a spell flinging deck. Do I want to bring in a couple of Cindervines, maybe? Go down one Soulscar Mage and the Lava Runner or Lava Mancer. Try that. But I really have no idea how things have shaped up. I actually haven't played Historic since Brainstorm was banned, in fact. So I imagine decks have adjusted to that banning. I just don't know how they've done it. Yeah, I'll put it out. I don't like putting out the Soulscar Mage all vulnerable, but their removal is going to be like Fatal Push or Bloodchief's Thirst, so holding up the shocks, it's not really that important. They did shock that in, so I got to assume they probably have... Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's good enough. I'll keep it on top. Did not expect the Aether Gust. That is for certain. Okay. That makes the choice easy. Things are definitely working out. Would have been nice to have gotten the Soulscar Mage down last turn, but I think it was worth it to get that extra damage in with the Artaka. Okay. So we'll hold the last shock in hand. Maybe try to get an extra point of damage in with the Soulscar Mage next turn. However, who knows what's coming. Alright. Yeah, Henny's expertise. Wow. So do I put Gigantha in hand or do I just deal 5 damage to them? Probably deal 5 damage and then just hope to find another 2 damage. Or hope they concede. Oh wait. Off the top of the deck, like a true burn deck. Nikki B. Glad I cast those off now. I'm going to put Gigantha in hand, because this Soulscar Mage is not really going to do anything. I got to imagine they don't have... Yeah, so... They're just trusting we don't draw a burn spell. Uh-oh. Okay, well... the top 3 cards have not been what we wanted, and now position's a little weird. 2, 4, 6, 7. They need 7 to flip it, and they're able to deal. No, they can't deal damage to us. So I guess it's just put Clothis out. Hope they don't have a way of interacting with Clothis or killing us. I don't think there's another way of. Oh. Okay. Soulscar Mage, I think we still got to draw. Although they can murder it if they flip them. So, I mean, this Soulscar Mage is probably not going to do anything anyways. Let's take 7. Okay. Ah, this card reduces that by 2. Of course it does. Okay. Ah. Okay. Hearts. Unfortunate to get them down that low, and then the top of the deck just to be complete dog crap. Alright, well, we know what their deck is a little bit better, so I'm gonna load up on the Cinder Vines and probably a couple of Roiling Vortexes, and I think the plan is probably to just trim like that. Okay. On the play, we'll get him this time, I'm confident. If you've been playing Historic more than I have, let me know how the format is right now. I would really be interested to hear the kind of decks that you're running into. It's a little bit unfortunate. The first 2 games that I've played are control. But, you know, what can you do? Shock it in. Inquisition. That sucks. Oh, the worst card could have drawn. You know what? I'm going to fire this off with the face just to get the extra damage here. And if they have like an Inquisition or a Thoughtseize, you know, they're going to take that card anyways, so. Oh. Light up the stage is really good. Okay. Is it the other Light up the stage, or is it... That's the Dread Horde. Because we have the Pillar of Flame. I think it's the Dread Horde. Okay, that sucks. That's fine. That's really good. So, I wonder now, do I just run in with the Lava Runner? Ooh. No, it's got to go up top, right? And kind of put them, you know, put them at 3. A lot of cards that can get us there. And also we have the Ramming Up Runes, so lots of ways to close this game out. And it also means that they can't attack with the Nicol Bolas. They get a Disfigure. Okay, so I guess they can attack with the Nicol Bolas now. Come at me. Lots of live draws in the deck. That is kind of one of them. Why not? So they have to gain life this turn, or they are dead, or they gotta kill us. They recognize it. Awesome. So up 2-0. Let's keep it going. Climbing. Next one. All right, match 3. Hopefully no more control. That's the only hope I have for this next game. We get to play first again. Wow. Lucky. And I gotta keep that. No green. But how do you say no to 2 Dread Hordes and Invigorated Rampage? You really don't. Okay. I'm gonna hold on to the pillar. don't think I need to be too hasty with it yet. Let's see what our opponent's up to. Control again. Oh goodness. Don't tell me that Historic has just evolved into nothing but control. Jeskai? Oh. Oh. Come on. Don't be like that, game. What are the chances three control games in a row? Yeah, Castle Vantress is always my favorite.
If you wish to see my will, I understand. Meditate and prepare.
Well, do I kill Narset? Oh yeah. I hate doing that, but I think I have to. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna be greedy. Because I don't think I'm gonna win this game not being greedy. I'm gonna pray that they don't have like a turn 4. They need turn 4 White Swords and like Wrath of God, and that would be the blowout. But oh. What are the chances they're playing main board artifact or Graveyard Hate? I just yeah, ugh, gross. Okay, well. Let's see. Maybe they mess up. What? All right. Hmm. Okay. Well, if they spend the turn putting out to Fairy, they untap. They can use this to crack it and draw a card. We'll see. Maybe we get lucky.
Let's skip to the good part.
It sucks if they have a Lightning Helix. That would really suck. Kind of gotta hope they have absolutely nothing, and their only plan is to use the relic. They let this happen. Well, I'm definitely. Oh, yeah, okay, no. That's right. I still think I have to do this and take them down to 2. And then my lands are live. A lot of burn spells are live, and they gotta take care of the Dreadhorde Arcanist. I don't know why I thought the Relic of the Progenitus thing was going to work. Of course, they let me target it first, and then they crack it. That's the only way to really play that. Just a little rusty. Okay. Well, they're digging. Really glad I have the Gruul enchantment in my deck right now, although Lightning Helix sucks.
Let's take it back.
Okay. Yep. So now things are looking terrible. But we're back to the same point where if this card is a land, we'll be okay. They've used 2 lightning helixes, I believe. Yeah. How many more could they possibly have? The answer is at least 6. Well, I guess we know we're not doing anything for the next 2 turns. Oh, where's my green mana? We're going to give them so much time to get back in this game. And I honestly don't think I can come back now. Land is literally the best thing. Because there's no way we're getting through. Even casting anything is pretty risky because they could have like an absorb. And if they have an absorb, getting back up to 5 mana is really going to make things impossible for us.
No time for a break.
So yeah, I think I'm going to draw this Dreadhorde Arcanist and just sit on it. Well, no, they still have 3 mana. No, they're going to have 5 mana open because Teferi's a dumb card. And then this is going to flip next turn. Yeah. Of course, they could always absorb their own cards if they have, if that's what they have in hand. And I got to imagine that Azcanta is going to find one of their last 2 lightning helixes. So
Let's skip to the good part.
oh, this is fun. I was so high on historic, and then like running into 3 control decks in a row is just like the perfect way to like want somebody to delete the game. No, nobody likes control. It's horse crap. Well, they haven't found that. However, they can Shark Typhoon for quite a. Oh, I would have Shark Typhoon if I were them, I think. They know. Well, sure. Still a chance. We draw a land off the top, and they don't have a lightning helix. I'm gonna go for it. You bugger. Ah, all right. Well, Cindervines coming in, Roiling Vortex 100% coming in. I think it's going to be a similar situation where I'm taking out the ground package simply because it's so vulnerable against these control decks that have infinite ways to deal with those things. The enchantments are not as effective either against these decks because Teferi, and I'm sure they have other bounce spells in their sideboard, so can probably expect maybe some number of Brazen Borrowers coming in. Something along those lines. Okay, play first, opening hand, fine. Okie doke, so Stomping Ground, untapped. In goes the Lava Runner. I don't think they'll have a way of dealing with it on turn 1. And that makes me want to light up the stage. I don't know what I actually want to do here. I think I want to... maybe not. Maybe it was Wizard's Lightning there. good chance they have a lightning helix. Okay. So I'm gonna put out the roiling vortex first. Memory lapse. Okay. I'm actually kind of okay with that. Okay. Okay with that too. Wow, so many choices. I think I like the roiling vortex holding up the roiling vortex turn off life ability, just because if they have the lightning helix, we can blanket. And I think they're pretty desperate. All these plays seem desperate to me. Relic kind of sucks with the Clothis, but they're not putting it out. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. Double Clothis. Still gonna hold up that 1 mana for the Roiling Vortex. I think it's the most important thing happening in this game right now. Okay.
Trust me, you'll thank me later.
They bounced the Lava Runner. Okay. Okay, Clothis is going down because the Skewer the Critics is going to be better next turn with the Clothis giving us the discount. And then this way I can hold up the 1 for the Roiling Vortex. Sucks that Teferi stuck around, but yeah, we got him down to 5. 3 damage coming in, 3 in hand, 2 haste coming. So feels good. Going first is awesome. I love going first. Sure. Irrelevant. Six cards in the grave. Okay. It's a very convincing performance from our deck there. Can really take it to them. I wonder if Fry is supposed to be in, actually. I'm pretty sure Fry is in the deck simply because of Teferi. Actually, maybe not. I think I actually originally had it in there to take care of the Stormwing entities from the, is it Phoenix decks? I don't know how much I care about Teferi on turn 5. He gets 1 activation no matter what. I don't know. What do you think? Should I bring in Fry against Teferi and Narset? And also probably Sharks? I think I'd rather have that brunt of damage over a turn frying something at some point. So hand's a little bit damage heavy. I really got to get this Clothis on the field. I think I'm going to try to draw out like a memory lapse or something here. Doman's Veto. Okay. I couldn't hit the Clothis, of course, but now there's food in the graveyard for the Clothis, and the question is, do I want to try to jam it, though? It's really important in this matchup. It can get bounced by Teferi, but I think kind of like it. 3 open mana, though, makes me not want to play into Mystical Dispute. It's probably what they have. I think I'm just passing. Maybe firing off the lightning, Wizard's Lightning for 3. Yeah. I'm gonna go face. I'm gonna ignore this 1/1 shark. It could be a bit of a problem going forward, but maybe I just gotta try. I gotta try to jam Clothis. I really feel like they're gonna keep holding up that 3 mana. I'm never gonna get in. You know what? Clothis can go. And I don't think it's landing. A memory lapse. Okay. Well, at least we get another try later. Gotta be Teferi time. Teferi on turn 5 is... It's like, it's so automatic, right?
You show remorse. We need to move quickly.
It's almost like they play 15 copies of Teferi 5. And then as soon as they get their one out, area, all the other ones kind of like dissolve. I don't know. To me, this feels like, is it a Wrath of God coming? Maybe. Kloss is on the field. Then again, it's probably Teferi bounced. Wow.
Keep up the pace.
Definitely surprised. Then again, if I can't deal any damage to this Teferi, which it might be hard, getting in just a few points of damage, if it can ultimate, game's over. Portable hole, get that out of here. I feel like I gotta go face. They can make a 2/2 shark. That's really big. So now they're kind of forced to minus on the Teferi to tuck the Clothis. They're also going to have to deal with the Lava Runner next turn, which they'll probably be able to do, no problem. Where do I put this? If I put this on the Teferi, then they'll lose the Teferi when they try to tuck the Clothis. It's better for the long run. Then again, they might have another one in hand. They're at 7. I don't know where to put this. Like, down to 7 is so low, but there's a good chance they have Lightning Helix in hand. And I think I got to play like longer game in mind. That's just the feeling I have right now. They draw with the Teferi. Okay. Yeah, maybe it wasn't right to do that, but I don't know. It was a weird spot for me. I'd rather keep the Colossus around. A Roiling Vortex off the top would be really sweet. Then again, I'm at 7. I mean, the Colossus is not that worrisome for them. Could have maybe just could have just held on to the skewer. Okay. Position is bad now. Yeah, I might regret putting that skewer on Fairy now. Oh, maybe I was too hasty. There he goes. Goodness gracious. How much do you hate this card? I gotta imagine basically any of the regular watchers loathe Teferi. Alright, so we are officially out of this game. The next 3 draws are likely not going to be enough to finish it. They have a flipped Azcanta and a Teferi on board. It's locked down for them. Oh, okay. I'm going to concede there because, well, let's try to put this out. Okay. Well, we can concede that one. Not a big deal. Move on to the next one. Alright, so I actually just finished recording the last game and the closing, and I went to look at the video as I always do, and I noticed that the last game map is messed up again, and it's a different map from the one that was messing up before, so that's great news. So I gotta keep an eye out for 2 weird maps. Anyways, the game was kind of interesting in the end. It was against Grixis control because of course I played 4 control decks in a row, and I complain about playing control decks a lot in that video. Anyways, what I'm going to do is put that 4th game at the end of the video after the wrap up. So if you want to stick around and see that wrap up, or see that game after the wrap up, you can do that. But I'm not going to record a 4th game because I'm just not in the mood for it right now. So the 3 games that I opened with are good. This is here. I'm going to jump to a wrap up immediately after this, and then the 4th game will be after that. Sorry. All right. So Magic Arena. Yeah, I don't know. The burn deck's cool. It obviously still works pretty well. The 3 games that we won, things went fairly well, and it's amazing that they went so well, especially through so much removal. Then again, we are playing kind of an aggressive deck, and we did play against 4 control decks, so we're probably favored in those matchups. If we go up against more mid-range decks or maybe faster aggro decks, it could be a different story. But everything feels well, well and good. When I first had this idea that I was going to load it up and just play it as it is, I was uncertain if Cinder Vines and Roiling Vortex were still going to be good sideboard cards, because obviously almost half of our sideboard is committed to those 2 cards. And you know what? They were the biggest all-stars that I could possibly hope to have access to in the sideboard. So if things are really that way, and those 4 games that I played are indicative of what the format actually looks like, maybe this current build of the deck is going to be okay. Maybe it's all right as is. I'll probably end up playing a few more games in my free time just to get quests done and whatnot, and see if it is in fact all control. But right now, I'm not super motivated to even play those games, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm. It sucks to say that I'm in that kind of position with Magic right now. Hopefully things start to look up a little bit in the future. That's it for now. I hate ending on sad notes constantly. I feel like the last video was similar. Cheer up, everybody. See you later. Bye-bye. Okay, so 4th and final match with Gruul Burn. There's no way that our opponent is going to be on control again. There's no way we get 4 control games in a row, right? Opening hand is almost good. Got a mulligan in it. This looks better. I don't know what I want to get rid of. You know what? I think it's going to be a skewer. Really don't like having the forest in hand. Oh. Come on, game. Oh, it is control again. Okay, so seriously, has has historic just devolved into control? Is that what has happened since I've been gone? Oh, that's gross. Okay, so they definitely have removal. I gotta put this on something though. Good game. Okay. Hmm. Let's give him the hello. You know what? I'm attacking with the Lavamancer. I'm expecting a board wipe. So as much as I would like to put out the Dreadhorde Arcanist here, I think it's probably better just to put Jegantha in hand. Let them use their whatever extinction, not an extinction event. Henny's expertise, sure. Oh, it's so gross. Huh. Well, really unfortunate to find control is what it is. Let's pray they don't have a second Yahenni's expertise. If they have a second Yahenni's, we're just gonna scoop it up, go to the next one. Okay. It's the same thing. Oh god, is Magic really this bad right now? This can't be the case. Okay, I'm taking out the usual package. Because those cards are not doing any favors for me. Um, yeah. So I had mentioned in the opening that Modern, I played a little bit of Modern and it felt really bad to me. I actually recorded the video and I just decided not to put it out. It Something was off with it, and a lot of it is attributed to the fact that Modern Horizons 2 came out. I haven't really played Modern since that, but it just seems like it's taken over the format. And I kind of complained, or I was complaining about how these sets come out like Mystical Archives and just kind of like create new tier 1, tier 0 decks, and that's kind of the feeling I'm getting from Modern, at least from that short time I spent in the format. And Standard 2022 is pretty stale, which is one of the reasons why I decided not to play. And then Historic, I was sitting here, I'm like, well, maybe Historic's not too bad. Let's try it out for tonight. But literally, these are the first 4 games that I've loaded up. And I'm running into control. I don't know, man. Like, it doesn't really bode well. Sucks that I had to put this out on the green, but this Cinder Vines is going to be really important. Sure. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, this weekend, today's Sunday for me. The Diablo 2 Resurrected beta was released, and I have it pre-ordered. So I was messing around playing just a little bit, and it felt pretty good. I didn't spend a whole lot of time playing. Let's get into this. But if Magic's feeling this way and D2 is kind of good, I could really see myself just putting a whole lot more time into Diablo 2 than bothering with this game, because it's clear that Magic or Wizards of the Coast they got different ideas for this game, and I don't know if I like any of them. I really wonder if anybody else that's watching these videos, the few people that do get on here and watch them, are you also losing faith in this game? Because I'm sure as heck tell you that I'm very close. Yeah. Real sad. Yeah, like I want to get on here and I want to play some varied, games, and I want to see a little bit of variety, but oof. Dimir, Grixis, Jeskai, Grixis control 4 games. Okay. And this friendly fellow's playing Commit Memory with Narset. Super fun. Super fun uh, approach to the game. Yeah. I don't know. These videos are definitely becoming a bit of a chore for me. What do I do? I like the Cinder Vines. I want to keep it around, I think. Maybe I just get rid of Gigantha. It's not going to do anything. Even if I resolve it, it's just going to get murdered. This guy's fun. Spamming good game. Kind of just want them to win. Because I'd rather not play right now. I was having so much fun. And I don't know.
My intellect is without limit.
I don't need to play. That 1 mana is not a big deal. Maybe they have a spell pierce, and then it's going to be a big deal. Cindervines, though, dealing tons of damage to them this game. Sweet little card. On top of that, control players love taking their time. I don't think I've seen this card ever. Like maybe 1 or 2 games in all the time I played. And we've seen it twice tonight. Love getting roped. Love it. And it's the cherry on top of the Magic Arena cake. Cool. So put Cindervines on the bottom because it's not going to do anything. We need a 3 damage spell. It's not a 3 damage spell, but it is 2 damage. Assuming they don't have a fatal push. We're gonna see one more draw, and I'm very much done with Magic Arena. I just want to go and sit in bed and read One Piece because I've been enjoying reading One Piece all weekend instead of playing Magic, and there's a very good reason why that's been the case. And I needed these 4 games to kind of remind me. It built me up, and then it quickly slammed me down into the ground. Well, we're gonna try it. Good game. Very, very friendly player. Would love to see somebody like this playing in paper. I'm sure they'd sit across from the table, spamming good game at you. Oh, we get to go to a match 3. Oh man. I told you, game. I want to go and end my night in a more positive manner. Well, an opening hand looks cool. We'll turn 1 Stomping Ground into Soul Scar, into maybe Roiling Vortex. Oh my, it just keeps getting better. Okay, well, let's hope they waste a little bit of effort on the Soul Scar Mage, and then we can get down the Cinder Vines and the Roiling Vortex. I kind of wish they had done something. I'm going to try the Roiling Vortex first. Memory lapse. Okay. So we get in for 2. People are so scared of this card. I don't think it's that good. Alright. So Narset's passive isn't really a big deal unless they decide to, do their mumbo jumbo with commit memory. But I do think it's worth hitting her down to 1. And I think I'm going to play out the Gitu Lava Runner. They do have, obviously, the Fatal Push there, but I'm not really worried about holding up the red. And if they have a board wipe, they have Extinction Event, they get a 2 for 1, that's fine. If they have Henny's Expertise, they can do that as well. I'm just hoping I can... Well, they only have 1 black, so... Anger, okay. Hoping I can get down the Cinder Vines. Which should be okay. Yeah. Next, I think I'm probably just going to hold on to the pillar because I have that skewer in hand. A lot of damage potential coming up. They choose not to put out the Watered Grave, so 3 mana must be important to them for something. Okay. That's fine. You know what? I think I'm gonna go... Just go out with the Dreadhorde, let them push it, deals 1 more damage. Or I could just fire it off. I'm gonna go Dreadhorde. And I'm gonna not use the Pillar of Flame, make them think maybe the graveyard's empty. It's not such a, the Dreadhorde's not such a big threat. Maybe they tap out here. Also, this is a 3/3, so if they play that out, I can Pillar of Flame plus Skewer, kill that. They are holding up the Fatal Push, though, of course. So we're not going to get anything from the Dreadhorde, but killing that threat is huge because obviously the Roiling Vortex is murdering us both. Next turn, maybe I can try to get this down again and pillar them. Woe Strider. Oh, okay. They got some creatures. I didn't expect that. So I still like the pillar on, or now I like the pillar on the Wolf Strider, because that's a lot of damage. And if they have... Okay. Alright. Good game. Yeah, we won, but at what cost?